Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Travels adventure, and today we're on a new map called Castile and Leon New Horizon. Now this map was actually released on the 21st of the 8th 2023. Like I said on my previous two map tours, I'm a little bit behind, but this is the last one to catch up on. So this map is actually PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One and the Xbox Series of console compatible, so cross-play. Here we go. It's on a version 1.0.0.0. It's 650.10 megabytes to download, and it's made by an author called Alberto. So there's quite a lot of information on Mod Hub to read through, so I'll get started. It says, "Hello farmer and welcome to Castile and Leon. In this map you will find many immersive features and details. You can get lost wandering the streets of a Castilian town and contemplate its houses, square shops, bars, restaurants, pedestrians, traffic, etc. and an industrial estate. It will snow differently, it will rain differently. In winter you will be able to observe smoke in the chimneys of the houses and in the factories." It says the languages from Castile and Leon New Horizon is fully translated into English, Spanish, German, French and Italian. If you like Castile and Leon New Horizon and its characteristics, you will want me to translate it into your language, comment on the official Farming Simulator forum. So anybody watches this in a different language, there you go, there's an invite there for you. So in the agricultural section, there's a total of 62 fields and plots, some of them square and many irregular. There's also the originals, so there's 28 crops at your disposal. And there's also some new ones, including rye and alfalfa. There's also a lot of fruit on this map. Lots and lots of different types of fruit, trees and nuts, which is really good. These include apple trees, orange trees, cherries, plums, lemon trees, pomegranates, quince, home oak, chestnut, almond and walnuts. So obviously you've got chestnut, almond and walnuts, all types of nuts. You will be able to produce juices and other products working from the fruit trees, and there's also some custom machinery for those as well, so there's some custom harvesters. There's also the ability to create resin from resin pines, and also pine nuts and stone pines as well, so stone pine nuts as well. It says here the sugarcane and oil radish crops have been removed from the map. A bit of a shame about the oilseed radish personally, but there you go. Animals. As for livestock, you will have new breeds with new feeds and productions and modified stables. There's quite a few of those actually. You also make your own feed with the crops you work and buy from at the store. So apparently these stalls have integrated manure bunkers as well. Productions wise, on the other side of the town across the river is the industrial estate, which is literally where I am right now. And apparently this has got lots of different products that can be produced, and all of these productions are really cheap, so we'll run through those though. There's also some other normal productions like the bakery, the cheese shop, the tailor shop, a pastry shop and many others as well. There's an awful lot of greenhouses around as well, so these have all been modified as well. But the greenhouses have got some new crops, so they have got cauliflower, carrot, garlic, pepper, cucumber, spring onion and zucchini. So you also have the ability to dispose of two different types of greenhouses, so in other words at your disposal, these two different types. They only work with compost, which you can buy in the store, or you can produce it yourself with a composting plant /BGA. So there's also some custom machinery with colour options and characteristics. And also lastly, it does say you will find new modifications such as silos, stables, storage tanks, walls, doors, etc. You'll be able to paint 15 different textures, place new trees, plant foliage such as grass, bushes and flowers to decorate the farm. And yeah, that's pretty much all. So what we'll do probably is we'll get our feet firmly back down on the ground as always, and we'll have a look at our starting equipment. We don't actually start with an awful lot of equipment, but some of it's really quite nice. So we start with a nice Fendt Vario 311 113 horsepower small tractor. We also start with the Massey Ferguson MF 6713S 150 horsepower medium tractor. I really like those ones. We start with a Lizard pickup from 1986. Now this is actually when you start in new farm mode, it's not actually on the farm, it's down one of the incoming roads into the town or the area. We also start with a HB Brantner TA23065/2 Power Tube Plus trailer, and this has also been modified to allow to take things like the rye, the alfalfa, etc. So that's really good, and I do like those trailers. We start with a nice subsoiler, an Agrasem Combi Plow Gold 4 metre, so that's very nice to see. We also start with a Lemkin Solitaire 12. That's actually one of my favourite seeders on the game. It also does the alfalfa, the rye, and it looks like the grass has actually been modified as well with a slightly different logo, which looks quite nice. We also have the two sprayers, so we've got a Hardy Mega 12000L and the 12000L front tank as well. We also then have got a Breedle K105 trailed fertiliser spreader, which can do fertiliser and liming, so that's good. And we finish off with two weights, so we've got a 10 Winkle Pack 1500 and a 10 Winkle Pack 1000, so not a lot of equipment, but really quite nice to start with. So least items, none in there. One thing I'm going to just run through quickly though, since we're talking about machines etc, is the mods and DLCs that come with the actual map itself. So all these ones are highly modified versions of some of the base game ones. So you see here you've got a different type of forage mix there. It can do like I think it's carrots and a few other bits and bobs that you can do as new animals. We've also got a different way to be able to harvest your fruit trees. So I think that's cherries, oranges, apple, oranges, cherries, prunes or plums, lemons. Not quite sure of that one, but all the different nut ones as well, and also the trailers have been modified as well, so you can see that, and also the fruit tree sprayer there, that's also for the new animals, and that one as well, and that one. Then we've got all these new types of bale hay, tree saplings, which I think different types of trees, some more compound and crushed cereal, protein cereal, sourbean flour, which is something we can produce, mineral feed, chopped potato, sugar beet cut, chopped carrot, total mixed ration obviously, composting, round straw bale for wheat, round bale silage, round bale hay ryegrass, round bale hay alfalfa. So lots of customization on this map, I must admit. So now we've run through that, if we have a quick look at where we start. So we actually start here. So if we do that, we start with Farmland 1 and Farmland 26. Now Farmland 26 is really quite large, so it's a really big field that you potentially might be able to divide up into some smaller fields, etc. But yeah, you don't start with a lot, but it's still pretty good. So if we look at the crop calendar itself, there is some custom crops, as we said. It did say in the description that the oilseed radish had been removed, but it's still showing in my calendar. I'm not sure if that may just be a bit of a version conflict with the one that's been released. But as you can see, you've got lots of nice customization on the crops. You've got rye, apple, oranges, cherry, plum, lemon, pomegranate, quince. I think that's quince. If I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. Acorn, chestnut, almond, nut. So some nice customizations on the actual planting and harvesting season. If you do an awful lot of apples, oranges, cherries and fruits, you've got a very small window for harvesting though, so that's just something to remember. So that's pretty good though. When it comes to selling, there's not an awful lot for some of the normal crops like wheat, barley and oats in regards to selling stations, but some of the other ones, there's quite a few, like grapes, quite a few places, and some of the other ones, nowhere for sugarcane, just to let you know. Some of the eggs got loads of places, wool's only one, milk's loads, that's pretty good. TMI you can even sell, and forage, which I've not seen that one before, so that's really quite handy. And then if we keep going down, grass as well, obviously you can see their grass and hay have actually had their icons changed, they look quite nice. If we keep going down, then we've got all these different types of round bales. They can sell the bales directly as a different price, so round bale grass, hay, cotton, wood, which is an unusual one, wood, didn't know you could do those. Square bales, etc. the same. Pig food you can sell now as well, which is interesting. Silage additive as well you can sell, so that's pretty good. And then you got all your different types of square bales again, your rye, your alfalfa hay, and all your different types of bales. Then you got all your fruits. Now these can mainly be turned into things like your juices and bits and bobs, and also the same with your nuts, etc. And then you've got some places for selling your resin. Then we've got your custom greenhouse ones, got cauliflower, carrots, garlic, peppers, cucumber, zucchini and spring onions. Now interestingly, I thought zucchini and cucumber were the same one, but zucchini is the American version. Might be wrong on that. Again, if I am, let me know in the comments. Juice, prunes, nuts, soybean flour, cow's milk cheese, sheep's milk cheese, tofu, yogurt, cupcake, cupcake, cookie, quince jelly, soy milk, composting, tree bark, pellets, crushed cereal, shredded protein cereal, compound feed, chopped potato, chopped carrots, sheep milk and horsehair. Wow, that took a lot to get through, but lots and lots there. So let's, if you're into your productions, then this is probably a pretty good map for you. Animals wise, you don't start with any animal pens as default, as new farmer mode. Contracts wise, yeah, pretty good. There's quite a few fields, but there don't seem to be an awful lot of contracts on them, so you might want to probably run a mod to make that a little bit more, but it's up to you. Production change, there's a few productions, this feed mixer crusher, which is something you can do to produce all these different types of food. Now these are mainly for your new animals, so these are to creating new things for your sheep, your cows, your horses, etc. This is actually on the farm, we'll run through that in a second. So this is your starting area, so we've got a nice shed here which has got all your equipment in. Like I said, we don't start with an awful lot, but we start with a bit, and there's a few bits of customization, like this petrol pump. We've got the nice logo there and looks very much like a modern style petrol pump, so that's pretty good. There's your equipment, you got your tank there as well. You have got an awful lot of places for storage. So you've got a big water storage bowser here, and a place there to fill up and also take away. So I think you can go here to fill up, and it'll cost you, and then you can obviously empty into there. You've also got, this is your feed mixing crusher, which allows you to do all your different types of feed mix with different animals, like we ran through. Then we've also got this, which is our digestate storage tank. So you can take your digestate and put it in there, so that's pretty good. We've got the herbicide storage tanks that side. Then got a nice open place here that you could store some equipment, etc. Bales. And you've got a couple of you've got a seed storage tank there. You've got a compound feed tank there, which is pretty good. Then you've got a main silo, which is really large, so that's really nice to see. Then here we have a solid fertilizer storage tank, a lime storage tank. So yeah, quite a lot of bits and bobs on this farm. It's quite a small starting farm though, I will say that, and it's quite I don't know, it's a bit too pristine for my liking in regards to my opinion, but it's a nice area, not much room for expansion though, but should be pretty good. Have a quick look at the map itself and a quick look at the actual PDA layout. So we start here, the main village area is here, and there's a river that runs, and a train that runs through, and the river runs from here. So there's a nice train that runs through, but I don't think you can rent the train as such. I haven't found any places to rent the train, but I'll have a look in a second. And this is the industrial area. There's not an awful lot of fields that have actually been populated with crops. Now, quite a few of these are just empty, and they obviously can be purchased, but don't have a crop in at the moment. So that's something just to remember. That's probably why we haven't got many contracts. So, but generally though, I mean, the fields, most of them, I say majority of them are quite non-uniform and unique shapes, which is nice. A few of them are a bit square, like that one and that one, but yeah, they're still pretty good sizes, I must admit, so that's quite nice to see. And there's a nice forestry area, and the PDA seems to be laid out quite nicely, so that's good. So I think what we'll do though is I am probably going to up the money as well on this, because you normally start with 100,000 as always, but they might want to buy some of the productions just to show them off to everyone. So I'm going to actually start down here. So here we go with some of the map productions. So compound feed factory, pretty much what it says it is, but all the productions on the map can be bought for £1. So that's pretty much compound feed. So you can create compound feed, TMR with alfalfa hay and pig food. So again, yeah, a little bit unusual. but quite nice. Compound feed factory for sale, so that's where you can sell point. Then you got a gas station down here, and here you got a lumber plant. So again, buy it for £1, and this can produce pellets. So that might then go into another different production. I'm not 100% certain myself yet, but I'm sure we can find out. Down here we've got the BGA, so we can also buy this. Again, cheapest BGA I've ever seen. Again, £1. So here you can create all your different types of compost from all your different things. So your straw, your ryegrass, your forage, sugar beet cut, chopped potato, chopped carrot and alfalfa. So that produces your compost, which can go into your greenhouses. So we'll scroll back to the map again. And then here we've got the processing plant. I think it's another one. Yeah. This one will produce digestate from slurry, silage and manure. So again, doesn't create an awful lot there when you look at that though, what the recipe is, and it's not massively high cycles a month, so it's something to be careful of. So if we then just go back to the map again, and here we've got a lumber plant, we've done that one. We've got a trigger here for a pig pasture, but isn't actually anything here. So I think it's just here to show you that you could put a pig pasture in this area. Same with this here, which is the sheep pasture. Not actually anything here, etc. But even though it's shown blue on the map itself, there isn't actually no trigger or anything to do. It just has this, but there's no trigger points or anything. So I think this is just so you can probably put one down yourself. So same over here with the cows. It's a cow pasture again. So if we come up here, we've got the sawmill, which I think is a pretty, I don't know if it's a standard one or not. Let's have a look. Again, £1. So yeah, produces standard amount. So it actually gives you tree bark in this one. So it's slightly altered. That's pretty good though. I quite like that idea. So let's go back again. So I think we've done all the outlying ones. We've done everything on the farm because that's a few productions. Obviously you got your feed mix crusher, etc. And you got your storage silo bins, etc. So if we go up here, we've got your vehicle shop. Then we've got your various Zamora. So that's an interesting one, that one. So this one is actually for producing raisins, prunes and nuts. So obviously raisins you need grapes, prunes you need plums, and nuts you need an awful lot of the recipe, which doesn't even show, but I'm guessing it's going to be your acorns, chestnut, almonds, nuts and pinion nuts. So yeah, a little bit different that is, but quite nice to see as a bit of a default or non-default production. Burgos sugar mill. Now if I remember rightly, again £1. This only takes sugar beet, not sugar cane. I don't think I found anywhere on this map that takes sugar cane by default. So then we have the animal dealer. We have the agricultural supplies and sales. We've got the input for that. We then have the dairy, which again for £1 works really well. This one produces soy milk, yogurt, yogurt from normal milk, and yogurt from sheep milk, and yogurt from soy milk. So that's also another thing to be happy about. Confectioners, again, this I don't know why it's called Confectioners Soria, even though it's a pretty much it's a spinnery. So it creates fabric from wool and cotton, as the standard game one does, just been renamed. So Leone's Carpentry, again £1 to buy. This one produces furniture from planks and produces wood chips as a side effect. So that's another one. We are getting there though. Done that one. This one is the oil plant. This creates standard sunflower, canola and olive oil, as pretty much the default one does. It's just a customized version, I think, and also most of the factories I think have the smoke animation, which I think is really, really nice. I think it's just a nice little feature of the map. Package Palencia. So again, £1. This produces grape juice, apple juice, orange juice, cherries, plum, lemon, pomegranate juice. So this is your juice factory pretty much. Let's call it a juicer. So we'll call it a juicing factory. Very nice. Prosecuted Valladolid. Don't know what this is. I don't know why it's called this, because I think if I'm right, it's a cereal factory. with but it's been slightly altered. You've got one that does it with raisins, one that does it with prunes, and then you've got cookies as well. So pretty good, pretty good. A lot of custom productions on this map, so we are getting through them though. Tailoring is tailoring. Supermarket there, greengrocer on the top. I don't know what it is on the bottom. Can't get to it, can I? Ice cream shop, burger shop, pizza shop, tavern, so nice old school pub, restaurant, coffee shop, clothing store, nut store or nut shop, hardware store, furniture store. We've got a home trigger there as well, which is interesting. So it's actually been a bit further away. Cheese factory, again pounds. We can produce cow's milk cheese, sheep's milk cheese, and tofu. So that's pretty good. Then I think we're nearly at the point of running through all the production. There's 2 more, I think. Pastry. So again, we'll do that one. This one does the quince jelly, cake strawberries, and cake apple, and cake lemon. Now, let me know in the comments what a quince is. I think it's a type of fruit like a lemon, maybe. Not something I've come across in the UK, so feel free to let me know. Bakery. This one also has been altered as well. You've got bread and cupcakes. So instead of doing cakes here, it does cupcakes instead. So I think mainly, let's have a look. Yep, pretty certain we have indeed run through all the productions on the map. Like I say, all the productions are £1 or $1 or €1, depending on what currency you're playing in. So yeah, quite interesting. I think there's one up here. There's a well and a Villa Mill. So this one, again, £1, and this one's just the flour mill, but can do all the different types, so rye, corn, and soybean flour. So pretty good, pretty good. I think we've done them all. Yep, I'm pretty certain of that, so that's good. So I think what we'll do, let's go find our car. Like I said, kind of starts on the outskirts of the city, which is up here, or the village. I don't really know why, but you know, gives us a bit of a chance to drive in down the main road to the town area. So, and just shows off some of the undulations in the map. It's not completely flat. There's some whoops, some side roads. My driving's getting worse, I'm sure of it. There's also some side roads off to some fields, etc. It's quite a nice looking map, I must admit. The roads aren't too perfect. They're pretty nice actually. They're not too perfect, and there's quite a nice few bits and bobs to see out the side, like a few features, rock formations, different types of trees and vegetation, which is quite nice. I really need to sort out my dead zones, I think. So we're coming into the town now. As you can see, lots of greenhouses there as well. Lots of greenhouse places dotted about on the map. So hopefully I shouldn't run into any more. Quite a lot of one-way systems by the looks of it. Yes. Okay, something to remember. Hopefully I won't run into a speed camera again like in my last map tour. So if I'm actually going to go off-road here a second. I'm going to go into the town itself. So if you had a big truck or a big trailer, where are you going? Wow, that was an interesting route to take. You might get stuck around some of these places for doing drop-offs and that. It's a nice town though. Quite tight, and if you're not very good at driving like me, then you might find it a bit of a challenge with bigger vehicles. So, but it's quite nice to see something a little bit different, and not just not just like everybody else is. Well, everybody's turned up now, so let's just go up here a little bit because we're out on the main road again. And what we'll do actually, let's pull into here. So I think that's a good place to stop. Let's have a quick look at here. So I think if we work out where we are, go here. Yeah, so you can actually buy this area and then use the greenhouses. So if we have a quick look and just change our money quickly, so let's just purchase this area, I think, and see if we can then, yeah, we can then do the production. So oval greenhouses, let's just show this last production off. So the oval greenhouses allow us to have all these different types of produce. So we've got tomatoes, lettuce, cauliflower, strawberries, carrot, garlic, pepper, cucumber, spring onion, zucchini. So the cycles a month are pretty high too, actually. Obviously all these need is compost. Don't need water, don't need anything else. So just something to remember. So I think we may as well have a quick look at our field prices. So we own farm 1, say 24, 352. Wow, that's quite expensive. 385 there. Around here with the forest in the middle, 448. It's quite high as well. 574, 440, 691. Wow, is there going to be £1 million one on here, do we think? Yes, 1,059,000. So quite high actually, some of the field prices, I must admit. Forestry areas, 688,000. 1.9 million. Wow, that's a lot of money for a forestry area. Up here maybe. These are a bit weird up here actually, because they I don't know, I think they probably are set up for having fruit trees. So 364, 443. So yeah, quite expensive. One thing I will do though before we go to the outro and conclusion, just something I'm going to show very quickly. In the construction, there's not a lot apart from, so there's not many productions, customized productions. There's just this one, the feed mix crusher. But the big thing is there's an awful lot of different animals. So as you can see there, quite expensive, but these all need a different type of food. But they are, so you got different cow barns, you got different horse barns, you got different pigs, sheep, chickens, and that's it. So obviously they did, the modder did say there's lots of different types of textures as well, and there does seem to be a few, so that's good to see. So a few buildings as well, I believe. So there's that one there. I don't think there's anything in silos, I can't remember. There's a few silos here. There's the bunker silo which you've got on your farm, and a few of these as well. Container wise there's quite a few as well. So there's the herbicide storage tank, liquid fertilizer, etc., which are all on your standard farm anyway. And I think, apart from my custom farmhouse, that's about it. So hopefully you've enjoyed this map tour. If you have, give it a like, subscribe to the Grainman channel, and I hope to see you again soon. Many thanks.